Hello VanGalder travelers, I hope this video finds you happy with your day's adventure. Or maybe you're on your way home from a longer trip. In that case, I hope your entire tour was filled with fun and that you made some great friends along the way. Thank you for choosing to travel with VanGalder. We appreciate that very much. And we also can't wait to tell you what's coming up. There are so many great tours on the horizon that I'm not sure I can fit them all in, but I'm gonna try. Can we start with Alaska? I mean, Alaska! Alaska is the trip of a lifetime, and I can personally attest to her greatness, her magnificence, and her beauty. VanGalder's Alaska trip is the single most heralded tour of our travel year, and we don't want you to miss out on the 2017 departure. Alaska is considered Mother Nature's miracle. From soaring snow-capped mountains to the suede blue glacial waters of the Inside Passage, Alaska's beauty and grandeur is unrivaled. Your tour with Holland America Line starts in Fairbanks with a sternwheeler trip to a native Athabascan Indian village. Then you'll spend 3 days in Denali National Park, 6 million acres of wilderness with one 92-mile-long gravel road. From your tour bus, you'll be awed by the wildlife and moved by the story of the park's creation. And speaking of lucky, you just may see the peak of the mountain Denali herself if you get a clear day. The passengers on our 2016 trip were lucky enough to have 3 partial sightings. From Denali, you hop on board the MS Nordam for the cruise portion of your tour. You'll see and hear the glaciers crashing into Glacier Bay. You'll dock in Skagway, Juneau, and Ketchikan, where you can wander around town on your own, or choose an excursion like whale watching, a salmon boil, a helicopter ride to the top of a glacier, and so much more. We'd love to tell you about Alaska. Heck, tour planner Sherry and I will even let you see our vacation photos if you want. Schedule a time to come into our office and learn more about what to pack, how to navigate, and what the ship is like. But don't wait. Holland America can't hold rooms for us, and we don't want you to miss out. Now it's time to check out these 3 VanGalder tours that will transport you to exotic destinations around the globe. Ooh la la, Paris! Join VanGalder in Avalon Waterways for an elegant river cruise on the famed Seine River. You'll start in the City of Lights before boarding the MS Tapestry II. She's a small ship, only 83 staterooms with an enviable crew-to-passenger ratio that delivers a luxurious experience. Your tour will include excursions to Busy Castle, or Monet-Giverny, Notre Dame Cathedral, Napoleon and Josephine's country estate, and a whole day in Normandy where you'll see the landing beaches and the American Cemetery. You'll even have part of a day to explore Paris on your own. Réservez votre place dès aujourd'hui, which I think means reserve your spot today. Now is the time to discover Cuba. It's the most frequent request we get in our office, and the time is finally right. VanGalder is pairing up with Colette Tours for an amazing trip to a country that's been forbidden to U.S. tourists for decades. Your tour will focus on art and history, visit museums and theaters, explore historical sites, and of course get to see those famous cigars being made. You'll even get to take a ride in one of those iconic cars. Book this trip now and you'll be among the first and few to experience Cuba before the onslaught of tourism changes it forever. And last on today's list of trips of a lifetime, but first on my personal bucket list, Ireland. True Irish hospitality welcomes you to the Emerald Isle as you spend nights in castles, stroll beautiful country manors, meet the colorful locals, and hear the timeless legends of this enchanting land. After an evening flight, you land in Dublin and meet your tour guide, Mark Werther. Many of you have traveled with Mark before on our fantastic Trains and Parks of Colorado tour. On this trip, Mark's attention to detail, his relationship with the folks who run the castles, hotels, shops, farms, and restaurants will create an experience you can't get anywhere else. You'll visit the famed Cliffs of Moher, visit the Highlands and coast of Donegal, and have an opportunity to kiss the Blarney Stone. You'll sleep in Lowest Castle, Ballynahidge Castle, and Killishee House Manor. You'll even have lunch at the Blind Piper Pub and dinner at Kate Kearney's Cottage. You'll have some time to tour Dublin on your own, see sheepdogs in action on a working farm, and get a glimpse of Ireland's thoroughbred industry. We had 14 people go on this trip last year, and all came back with rave reviews. You're going to want to see it for yourself. Whew, that was quite a trip around the world. Here are a few trips that are a bit closer to home. First up, a treat for your ears. Elvis, Graceland, and the Blues. Tour Graceland. Ride a Mississippi riverboat. Visit B.B. King's Blues Club, and more. Or let your stomach lead the way in Barbecue and Beyond in Kansas City, April 3rd through the 6th. Let two of the city's most famous barbecue joints duke it out for the title of Best in KC. Your trip will also include stops at the National World War I Museum and the Truman Presidential Library. You might even see that crazy Maxine at the Hallmark Visitor Center. And last but not least, here is a feast for your eyes. Thunder over Louisville. It's one of the country's best air shows, seen from your private viewing suite at the Galt House Hotel, combined with a trip to Churchill Downs, a pilot meet and greet, and a truly spectacular fireworks display over the Ohio River. Now, here's a quick look at some upcoming one-day tours. If you have questions about any, or you want us to call you to book, just talk to your tour director. He or she will get your contact info and we'll give you a buzz. And because I like to end with a bang, I have a couple of secrets just for you. Of course, I'm ready to pack my bags and go. How about you?